interviewed on the Canadian Business Channel. He is the founder and former chairman of Gold Corp. And as well, he really goes on to say he anticipates 5% of the world's financial assets will be invested in gold, an increase from the current level of 1%. And a lot of people are saying that, Harold, that the world, when it comes to asset allocation, is grossly underinvested in precious metals. That's one reason why these markets, if more people started to get involved, could really, really take off.
Well, that's exactly what happened back in 79 and 80. In fact, the market went from $1.25 in silver all the way up to $52. But most of the general public didn't get involved till silver was already $25, $30. So the general public generally buys at the wrong time. And again, in most cases, they'll probably do it again. The fact is that I'm very proud of the fact that 10 years ago, we saw this trend happening. And again, I want to congratulate all the listeners that took advantage back then. I know it wasn't an easy decision because most financial advisors were laughing at our recommendations back then. But again, things have changed since then. Gold is up to record highs right now. There's a reason for it. The world's in financial disarray, and there's no end in sight. There's just nothing that I could see happening within the foreseeable near future that's going to right the ship. So all we have to do is ride this out, but that doesn't mean that we have to lose our money and and be stressed out and do the wrong things. 90% of the money is made by 10% of the people. In my opinion, 90% of the people are investing wrong. And don't forget, most people can't even invest at this point because they lost all their money in the stock market back in 1999 and then again in 2008. And the next major drop in stocks is coming very soon. You never know exactly when it's coming, but the news is so bad in the United States and around the world that this market has got to plummet because, again, it's moving up on air. There's no reason for the stock market to be hitting these levels except the fact that they're hyping it up in the United States and the hedge funds are moving in. Now, don't forget, the U.S. dollar is also extremely weak, so it does bring in foreign investors, because the U.S. dollar is weak. So let's face it, the Canadian dollar is stronger than the U.S. dollar, and that's to our advantage. Anything that you're buying priced in American dollars, you're making money on because, again, of the currency exchange. The other thing is they pulled oil down all the way to $90 because President Obama wanted to look good over the long weekend. But basically, again, you can manipulate the markets for a short period of time, but the trend is always going to bring the market back, and we're very bullish on oil. We think that in the next few years we're going to see $200 oil. So the fact is they pulled oil all the way down to $90 to make it look like the prices at the gas tank went down, at the gas pumps. It's now back up to $98. So, again, oil, in my opinion, is going to be $150 to $200 commodity, along with the extremely high price of grains and other foods, means that inflation is going to run rampant, and the only country that's not going to raise interest rates is the United States. And when they do start to raise interest rates, they're going to have to raise it all the way up to 20%. So when they start to raise interest rates, don't think that gold and silver is going to back off. It's not. It's going to escalate because of inflation. In fact, in 1980, interest rates hit 20% when gold hit $850. So that's going to be our exit strategy for those that are worried that the American dollar will drop so low and gold and silver are priced in U.S. dollars that they're going to lose their money. I don't think that's going to happen. I believe that at the end, it's all going to come together, that the U.S. dollar will scream as they raise interest rates all the way up to 20%. We're going to sell out of our gold, our silver, and our hard assets, and we're going to put our money in the bank at 20-25%. And I truly believe that that's what's going to happen within the next 5 years.
The telephone number to invest in precious metals, 1-866-623-2002. There's only one company that Harold recommends you deal with. That is Worldwide Precious Metals. They're a Canadian company out of Vancouver, been in business the entire time this bull market in precious metals has been on. They're the experts in this field. That's all they do, precious metals. The telephone number, 1-866-623-2002. The website, wwpmc.com. Get our free weekly newsletter. We send it out via email every week. We have our charts of the week, quotes, and quick hits, information on diamonds, gold, and silver, the sovereign debt crisis, U.S. debt and deficit problems, quantitative easing 2 leading to possibly 3, the stock market, jobs, China, and real estate. You can get our free weekly newsletter by going to wwpmc.com, signing up, or speak with the people at Worldwide, 1-866-623-2002. Great report came out this week from the Ernst Group Bank. It was written by Ronald Peter Stofferle, and it was published during the week. It's all about gold, a comprehensive case for gold, and we have it in our newsletter. They actually say in this report, negative real interest rates are the main driver for the price of gold and will continue to be powerfully supportive. The arguments supporting a return to some form of the gold standard are strengthening. Government debt burdens could be substantially eased by a higher gold price. There is no bubble in gold, as the public is hardly invested in it and has little interest in it. Increasing dependence on government transfer payments for the public's income works against restoring solvency to government entitlement programs. Also, many paper pledges of gold cannot be fulfilled by real metal, a point credited to GATA, the Gold Antitrust Action Committee. The report concludes in part, given that the majority of debt has neither been written off nor paid off, but simply transferred, the problem of excessive debt is still waiting to be resolved. There has been no deleveraging, only an adjustment to booking entries from the private to the public sector. The quantitative easing has left monetary stability short on credibility, and it will be very difficult to remedy this situation in this fragile environment. Gold will continue to thrive. They actually believe, and they have said in this report, and we have multiple stories because this is so important. Ronald Stofferle saying $2,300 gold. That's what they believe. Peter Schiff coming out this week and saying that the Fed and how reckless they are, he actually believes we could see $10,000 gold, $300 oil. And I would imagine if you have $10,000 gold, you have to have $200-$300 silver at least. And as I mentioned earlier, Rob McEwen coming out and saying that he sees $5,000 gold in the next 2 to 5 years. But Harold, we are in a time right now where people have to be very aware. I think the jobs numbers that came out today in the United States, only 18,000 jobs gained, is really a shot across the bow. We have about 30 seconds left here, but it's a shot across the bow for people to wake up and realize that this recovery is very, very fragile.
Exactly, Randy. And again, it's unfortunate because, again, there's so many people in the United States that are out of work. By the way, that 9.2% figure is totally wrong, obviously. The employment rate is probably about 20%. So the fact is you really can't trust any of the numbers coming out of Washington. It's an election year coming up next year, and Obama wants to get reelected. Everything he's saying is bogus. The country is almost toast at this point. They're $14.6 trillion in debt. They can't even pay their debts.
The telephone number to invest in precious metals, 1-866-623-2002, 1-866-623-2002. The website is wwpmc.com. If you'd like to receive our free weekly newsletter, we send it out via email free of charge every week. Get your name on the list at wwpmc.com or call 1-866-623-2002. Going to come back and talk about diamonds as the World Financial Report on radio with Harold Siegel and me, Randy Marshall, continues right after this. Welcome back to the World Financial Report on radio with Harold Siegel. My name is Randy Marshall. Joining us via the telephone, our financial expert, Harold Siegel. We're taping the show on July the 8th, 2011 at 9:03 in the morning Mountain. That's 11:03 Eastern. Radio show runs 6:30 CHED in Edmonton. That's Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And also on AM 640 in Toronto. We run Saturday morning at 8 a.m. If you ever miss a show, go to Harold's website. It's HESradio.com. The shows are archived there. To invest in precious metals, there's only one company that Harold recommends, Worldwide Precious Metals. The telephone number, 1-866-623-2002. Their website, wwpmc.com, wwpmc.com. For diamonds, Harold's website is rarecoloreddiamonds.com, rarecoloreddiamonds.com. The telephone number, 1-800-432-1022. 1-800-432-1022 to connect with Harold on his website. They have the Rare Colored Diamonds Historical Value Tracker System. It's the tool for you to view the potential future value of colored diamonds. Also two interviews with Harold and BTV, Canadian television program. That interview's run around the world. It's also on YouTube. Got many hits on Harold's website. You can check that out. We have a section on the website, rarecoloreddiamonds.com, featured diamond of the week. This week, a stunning diamond, a 1.52 fancy, vivid, yellow, internally flawless diamond. GIA graded this diamond as the best color. The oval cut is very popular and looks larger than other cuts. It does when you see the picture. It's stunning. This diamond is an excellent investment idea that Harold definitely highly recommends. And it's interesting because a lot of top-notch people are getting involved, high net worth people are getting involved in diamonds. We have a story from Bloomberg. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'll tease you a bit. Diamonds lure insurance buyout king Chowdhury as gem returns outperform gold. Clive Chowdhury, the Resolution Limited founder who has made $240 million buying and selling insurance, is betting on diamonds after prices rose 5 times faster than gold this year on surging demand from China and India. And the story goes from there, but he's looking to get involved in the diamond business and have a portfolio of diamonds, and those diamonds would be valued as much as $400,000 a piece. It's a long story, but I would encourage you to get it from Harold. Connect with him at rarecoloreddiamonds.com or 1-800-432-1022 and read that full story from Bloomberg. But Harold, a lot of top-notch people, and we can't talk about it due to privacy, but a lot of top-notch, big, high-net-worth people are getting involved looking at diamonds as a safe store of money during these tumultuous times.
Well, they should be, because, again, where we brought you the gold and silver markets and at very low prices and the reasons for it, and we brought you the oil markets and the currency markets, the market I'm most proud of and the recommendation is diamonds. We're heading into the biggest bull market in diamonds that we've ever seen. In fact, I've been through the run-up in gold and silver back in the early 70s and 80s. And we made a lot of money, and I got a lot of information, and that's why we were able to pick these markets 10 years ago, because of past trading experiences. The same thing is happening with rare-colored diamonds. In fact, the diamond market is on fire. There are very few diamonds available in the classification that we consider investment diamonds. Now, what Randy reported is true. There's a big report that came out all on the diamond market and how some of the wealthiest people in the world are getting involved in diamonds because they're portable and private wealth. But you don't have to be a multimillionaire in order to invest in diamonds. In fact, the diamonds owned right now are not the overly expensive diamonds. They're the diamonds that are going to become extinct soon, and those are the ones that we want to take advantage of. The fact is that diamonds come in colors, and they're very, very rare. It takes 50,000 carats of white diamonds to find one colored diamond. It takes 1 million carats of white diamonds to find one pink diamond. The rarest of all diamonds are red diamonds. Red diamonds are so rare that if you look at your your left hand, look at your baby fingernail, that's about a carat. Well, a carat in red diamonds is $2.5 million. A 1 carat white diamond is about $2,500. That's the difference between the same size and the same, basically, diamonds are carbon. In fact, when you look at a diamond and hold a diamond in your hand, they're 3.5 billion years old. And they come out of the ground. They're about 100 miles below the Earth's surface, and they actually come up by volcanic eruption. And that's how they come to the surface. Now, all diamonds that come out of the ground would be white if it wasn't for certain minerals in the ground. For example, blue diamonds turn blue because of boron, and yellow diamonds turn yellow or green because of nitrogen. So the fact is that when there's minerals in the ground, it can literally change the color of a diamond, and those diamonds become so valuable, way more than white diamonds are worth. So I've experienced the run-up in diamonds back in 1979 and 80. The price of diamonds went up 500% in basically 2 years. And we're looking at almost identical situations now. One of the tip-offs back in 79 and 80 is that white diamonds took off first. And now the same thing is happening. We were in Geneva, Switzerland last month at the diamond show, and the fact is that white diamonds were going up 50 to 90% above the Rappaport price. That was another tip-off to me that the price of diamonds are getting ready to explode. And what we're recommending very heavily to our clients is the yellow flawless diamonds and the